Hey guys, welcome to the live stream. We actually had already set up the live stream, and we've had troubles getting proper lighting. My phone wasn't working, so now we're using a webcam that's really low quality. So I'm going to make this video really, really quick and let you guys get back to the Super Bowl or whatever you plan or you're doing. Cheers, by the way. I got a Sweetwater Strain Trainwreck. It's a hazy double IPA. So cheers, everybody. That's really good. Okay. Um, so since I got to 1,000 subscribers, I am now able to offer live. And what I didn't realize was I'm not quite eligible for mobile yet. And so that's the great part about doing this Q&A today, was that I figured that out. Not gonna be able to. I have to figure out what the eligibility requirements are, meet those, so that I can then come to you guys live mobile. But until then, I'll have to use a web camera. The web camera on my laptop's way better, and I could probably use it off my maybe my tablet as well. I don't know. But this is just my mom's laptop. Wherever at my parents' house, watching the game. We're eating some smoked deer, some guac, cheese dip. Yeah, really good. Some deviled eggs. So that's really, really good stuff. So, anyways, I wanted to come to you guys today and just test out the live features. I kind of announced it on Facebook, but I know a lot of people are probably watching on Instagram. But I know a lot of people are probably watching Super Bowl right now, so I didn't figure that many people would be on here. But I kind of strategically did that so I could just test out the live functions and not be overwhelmed with questions or things like that. In the future, we're going to be doing some live Q&As to answer things about rides that we're going to be doing, or there's questions just in general about Jeep industry, things coming up. There's a lot of events coming up soon: Jeep Beach, Easter Jeep Safari, things like that. If anyone has any questions or want to throw those out in the live, that's totally cool. I do apologize about being late today. I had a backdrop plan to do today, and then it totally didn't work out the way I planned it, but that's fine. We're here now. We're doing the video. So we're gonna be doing a trail ride at Durham Town, and that's gonna be February 16th. It's a Sunday. That's in Durham Town. That's at Union Point, Georgia. So if you guys want to come out and ride, we will be out there on the 16th. We're also doing a trail cleanup day. That's March 22nd, and that's at Grassy Gap Road. That's just north of Dahlonega, about 15-20 minutes. And we're gonna be cleaning up the trail. Got a actual update today on the trail situation, and there is a lot of trash just in the first quarter mile. Things like old TVs, trash bags, old totes, furniture. There's a structure, wood structure, like framing structure. So all those things need cleaned up. I will have trucks and trailers available. We'll have coffee. We'll have donuts. We'll have a tent set up, and it only take a couple hours, I think, to clean that section up. And then we'll hand out trash bags, and we'll encourage anybody to go trail riding that wants to trail ride that day. And just as you go, if you see any trash on the trail, please pick it up. We'd love for you to send in pictures. Let us know what you picked up on the trail that day. But our main goal is to clean that first section of the trail, and we're going to document it, and we're going to use that to hopefully to our advantage, so that we can show that as Jeepers and off-roaders, because it won't just be Jeeps there. We have a Sequoia signed up and some other Toyota guys, and we're just going to show as off-roaders, overlanders, and rock crawlers that we do care about our environments, and we do care about the trails that are available to us. And so we're going to be uh, doing that cleanup that day to kind of show that. We do have some trail closures that are actually happening right now. There's some trails that are currently closed in the state of Georgia due to erosion, but also because heavy traffic and trash on the trails and people riding offshoots on the trail that shouldn't be. And that's something we're going to fight by basically cleaning the trails and trying to educate people the best that we can. I know that's going to be difficult, but that's something that we're going to be working on the best we can. In the meanwhile, we will, any of the open spots, I do encourage people to look up and see where your open trails are. You can usually in your state look at forestry department or the Department of Natural Resources, things like that, on their websites to see if the trails are open. Of course, any private property is totally open for you guys, and as well as like going to off-road parks. I did a podcast last week on finding trails, and that's pretty informative stuff on how to find trails in your area. And we definitely want to keep. How's it going, Mr. Cliff? Hey, from Athens, Georgia, I got some Sweetwater beer right here. Well, that'd be Atlanta, so I guess I should be drinking Terrapin. But hey, Mr. Cliff. Anyways, as we get some more people coming in, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot them below. Again, I apologize for the quality of the video. We're kind of working through the quirks of this live thing. I wanted to shoot this from my phone, but it looks like I'm going to have to use a webcam until I reach a certain eligibility, and we're working on that. So we'll figure out how that's going to go. But anyways, with the podcast, I do have a podcast set up calling How to Find Trails, and kind of go over how to find trails in your area. And we definitely want to keep as many trails open as possible, as well as open new trails if possible. As I ride around the state of Georgia on legal trails, I see a lot of gates that are gating off trails that I know that used to be open. For instance, on Old Bucktown Road, there's a trail that's open, and it's a long trail. It actually used to go to the back of some falls, and it was closed down because someone had a vehicle catch on fire. And hey, Team SUV, hey, cheers to the train wreck. I don't know if you got the multi-pack, I think it's the hospitality pack or something like that. But it's good stuff. I like the Sweetwater. Anyways, so we're gonna be doing that trail cleanup and trying to keep trails open in Georgia. And I'd love to see. G13, cool. That's good stuff. The mango's pretty good as well, Team SUV. So yeah, we're gonna try to keep as many trails open as possible. I think it'd be fantastic to see trails that are closed open up, and I don't know what it necessarily takes. And so I figured the first best step was for us to do a trail cleanup day. And then when I go to a ranger or the DNR or somebody like that, I can say, hey, I'd like to know what it takes to get some of these trails that have been closed in Georgia back open. Well, you guys are really wearing out the trails, and we don't have the resources. Oh, well, I just want to show you we just cleaned this trail for you guys, and we can do that in the future if we can get other trails open. Not only that, I already know that we can raise funds to get the resources the state needs. The problem is to properly donate to the state is very difficult, but we might be able to volunteer our time. I own a landscape company. Our family does, and it's our family business, and we could definitely get equipment out there and get these trails up to snuff. But you know, it just takes time, and the first step is to do a trail cleanup day. So if you guys are in the area, March 22nd at Grassy Gap Road, we're going to be doing the trail cleanup day. What's up, Jose? Hope you guys, if you're watching the Super Bowl, hope you guys are enjoying. I'm kind of rooting on the Chiefs. Don't know who everybody's rooting on. I am a Falcons fan, though. So, yeah. Looks like you guys are meeting at Sweetwater Brewery in a few weeks. That sounds fun. I've only been in the state of Georgia to Terrapin, only a couple breweries, and that's sad because when I was living in Michigan, we probably visited 20 or more. But I need to get and go down to Sweetwater sometime. I'd really like to go to Monday Night Garage. That sounds like it'd be fun. In our area, we have Brazelton Brewery, so we like to check that out quite often. And I'd really like to get to Left Nut, which is actually pretty close to us and on the way to some trails. So yeah, but cheers. Yeah, Team SUV, that's a great idea to try to keep trash bags in the Jeep when you're riding. So what we're going to do with our trail day, our trail cleanup day, is there's a particular section that has a lot. We can fill up an entire trailer in that section. It just seems to be the local place. And I don't think it's Jeepers or Overlanders. I think it is locals that are dumping their household furniture basically in the woods. But we're still going to go clean it up and then offer up a trail ride after where people can take their, just a trash bag and pick up cans and wrappers and things like that. And I think it'll make a great difference in that area. and we'd love to do some more in the future, probably one every other month or something like that. But yeah, for those of you guys just joining us, we're gonna be doing a trail cleanup day March 22nd at Grassy Gap Road, and then we're gonna be going wheeling Durham Town in just a few weeks, February 16th. So everyone's invited. Hope you guys can make it to that if you're available. Also, like a move the question thing a little bit. Okay. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to shoot them at me. I don't care what they're really related to, but I just wanted to test out this whole live thing. It's the first time I've been able to go live in about a year since they changed the eligibility requirements. And unfortunately, we're not eligible, I guess, for mobile yet, but we're working on that. And we'll be able to do mobile and not go off a webcam where it's so grainy. And I look like I'm in a hostage video or something like that. But we'll definitely do that in the future. But I appreciate everyone who's joined tonight. I know Sunday at 7:30 is an optimal go live on YouTube night, and I kind of, especially in the Super Bowl, I kind of did that on purpose to not be overwhelmed on my first live video. I know a lot of people watching KOA or KOH live right now as well. I did want to mention as well, I'm going to be planning a ride to Colorado in September. I do have a private group for that on Facebook. If you're interested, feel free to email me. It's info@blackbearoffroad.com, and we'll definitely get you in on the information about that. But yeah, Team SUV, we'd love to have you out there. March 22nd, Grassy Gap Road. We're going to start at 10 a.m., go to 12. I'll have coffee, donuts, a tent. I'll have trash bags will be provided, gloves. I'll have the trucks there for you to throw the trash into. All you got to do is show up. And if you want to do some wheeling, it's in a great location to ride trails. You could literally ride 50 miles of trails. And this is just the beginning of the section of trails that I'm talking about. And as soon as you pull on the trail, the first bend, you look to your right and you look down, you see a whole hill just full of trash where people have been dumping. So we'd love to document overlanders and off-roaders cleaning up the trails. So we'd love to have any of you guys come out to that. We're excited to do that. It's the first time I've coordinated something like that. I have done, actually used to coordinate car shows and events back in the day, but this is the first time doing like a trail cleanup day. So also, if anybody's interested in going overlanding sometime, we do actually plan a couple private overland trips that I don't necessarily share on YouTube or Facebook because it's kind of like you really want to know who you're going with when you're camping. But always feel free to email me, reach out. You can always email info@blackbearoffroad.com, and we'll get with you. We'll probably do this video for about 2 or 3 more minutes. So if anyone has any questions or comments they want to bring up, or if you know any trails that need cleaned in your area, Grassy Gap Road is actually a trail I've only rode one time. But as soon as I got on the trail, I noticed the trash, and I was like, we have to do something about that. I'd really like to put all of our effort into Trey Mountain, which is a fantastic beginner's trail. It's beautiful scenery, and unfortunately, it's closed right now. A section of it is Chimney Mountain side's closed. So I'd really like to go out there and do some work. But before I go to the DNR or the park rangers, I would like to bring in some documentation that we've already done a trail cleanup instead of saying, well, we can do one, but I'd like to actually show we've done one. So this is kind of that, the idea behind our trail cleanup day. Yeah, Team SUV, yeah, absolutely. Just send me an email. My personal email is my last name is Cohron, COHRON @gmail.com. So if you want to send an email to there, or you can send info@blackbearoffroad.com. We'll get back to you with the information. I think it's going to be second week, not weekend, the second week of September. We're going to be going Tuesday all the way till Thursday or Friday, I believe. And the reason we're not doing it on the weekend is because we're going to give time for people to travel to get there during the week and then go home on the weekend. So basically you would have to take off, depending on where you live. For me, I'm going to have to take off Monday through Friday, but then I'll have the weekends for my travel and the week for actual off-roading. But we're going to be doing Black Bear Pass, Omagene, Engineers Pass. So we'll be in the Silverton, Ouray area, basically the entire trip. So Yeah, that's the Colorado trip's all about. And the reason we're picking September is because we don't never know how the snow's going to be and when it's going to be melted. And this past year, they didn't get Black Bear Pass open until like middle of July. So we want to make sure all the trails are open and that we also don't go too late where the trails are closed. So that's kind of the idea behind it. So I'm going to be driving out from my house in Buford, going through Texas, and going all the way to Colorado. Either going to be towing or driving, but I would actually prefer to drive if possible. But that's going to require that when I'm driving in is super reliable because my South Dakota trip was not as fun with the lack of reliability. But anyways, we're just gonna do a few more minutes, but I really appreciate everybody getting on the live and watching. We had some good food over at my parents' house right now, all watching the game, and my dad smoked his first deer. He shot this year. He's been hunting a couple years with me, but he shot his first deer this year, and so he's smoking the shoulder off of that. So yeah. Hey, Bo, sorry hopping in. Did you say you're planning any local trail rides in the near future? Yes. So we're wheeling at Durhamtown, which is in Union Point, Georgia, February the 16th. So that's not necessarily a trail ride. We're going to a park to try out Durhamtown. I've actually gotten some recently good reviews that they've done some to work to make it not quite so muddy. It is muddy in sections, but also it has some good trails. And then we're doing a trail cleanup day March 22nd. I'm also going to be finishing up the Georgia Traverse in April. I believe it's the dates. Russ, don't kill me if you're watching this, but I have it saved in my phone. But we're going to be going and doing, maybe it's early March. We're going to be finishing up the Traverse. So if you guys are interested in doing that. And then as we get into the summer, we'll pick some more trails. We'll go back to probably Hurricane Creek in North Carolina back in the fall, maybe just check some leaves. But Nemo's Tunnel is one I haven't done yet, and I'd like to go do that. So if you guys are interested in that, we'll pick a date. If you're on Facebook, the best thing to do is join the Black Bear Off-Road Trail Team. It's a separate group that's part of Black Bear Off-Road and on the Facebook channel, and I'll go ahead and list those dates on there. But you always shoot me an email. So you live in Buford. I work for Gwinnett County government. Keep it quiet. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. I actually live in Brazelton, Georgia, but I grew up in Buford. So from the time I was born in '89 until I was 26 and moved to Michigan for 2 years, I lived in Buford, and my parents still live in Buford, and my sister and her husband live in Buford, actually work in Buford. But Gwinnett County is a fantastic county, great schools. Yeah, Mr. Cliff, we'd love to have you out there to clean up. So if anyone wants to go to the trail cleanup, like I say, on March 22nd, there will be trail riding after. That's optional, and a lot of people out there riding. We have about 50 people interested so far in the trail cleanup day. So it should be quite a few people. And like I say, free coffee, donuts, the trash bags will be out there, the vehicles, the trailers, everything will be out there. So you can sign up on Facebook. We have an event on Black Bear Off-Road's Facebook page. So you can sign up that way or just show up. I don't have to know that you're going. I'll be there 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. At the trailhead. All you have to do is Google Maps, Grassy Gap Road in Dahlonega, Georgia, and you'll find it. So anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up, but I appreciate everyone who's joined us on live. I'll do some more Q&As and live videos in the future, and we'll upgrade this camera situation, and we'll meet our eligibility, whatever it is, to get to mobile so we can film some stuff on the trail. But I hope you guys are enjoying the game. If you're watching football, if you're watching KOH, hope you're enjoying a cold beer if that's something that you like. I know I am. And some good food. And love to see you guys on the trail. We also, if you don't live in Georgia, we're also going to be trying to do some trails outside of Georgia. I'd love to go to Uwharrie, and that'd be fantastic. Like I said, we're going to Colorado, but absolutely, you're welcome for the videos. I love doing them. This is really fun for me. And I'm really, really thankful for you guys to get me to 1,000 subscribers. I looked right before I came on, I was almost at 1,100 subscribers. I made $1.36 or something like that since we made it to 1,000. But that's fantastic. That's more money than this channel's ever made. So if that adds up to maybe $50 or $100 every year, that means It's a new equipment I can put into the channel, and that's fantastic. And also the podcast has been taken off. So if you like podcasts, I'm on Spotify, Apple, or iTunes, or whatever it is. Rocket Cast, all could just you can just Google the Jeepin Bubba podcast and it'll pop up. And we're trying to cover some good information. Just letting you know, we have a couple upcoming videos. I'm going to be doing some install videos as well as we'll film the wheeling day. So if you can make it to Durhamtown, you'll make it into the video, the YouTube video on the 16th. But I'm going to get back to the game, probably halftime commercials and getting some smoked deer. But I really appreciate everyone who joined in on the live. Again, we'll do them again in the future. As always, we'll be seeing you.